match very shortly, so we'll hop into that as soon as it started. Alright, and we are in this match here. So we have Death by RP and Bounty Hunters. Looks like on the red team we're going to have Death by RP and Bounty Hunters will be in blue.
Death by RP and Bounty Hunters. And the gates are open.
Let's see where the teams go towards. Generally, when the match first starts, everybody likes to swarm the middle, as it's
looks like this is a
standard
traditional
match.
thing. This reminds me sort of like how I used to do Counter-Strike back in the day.
Does it?
A little bit, yeah.
Without guns and grenades?
Yeah. All
We've
right.
got a pretty solid fight. We've got a
battle in the middle. Who's gonna take it?
looks like we got a couple of members of Bounty Hunters getting a little too aggressive, going into the middle of Death by RP and just getting exploded, really.
Well, Death by RP though, while the battle's going on, took on Southern Pyre, jumped them up to 200.
Bounty Hunters are in blue.
Bounty Hunters seem to be focused on just the kills.
Looks like Death by RP is going to go ahead and take the middle pyre here. Nobody's even gone to the north yet, so that one is still up for grabs. Looks like Bounty Hunter did get wiped in the middle. Death by RP really providing some role-playing death in this matchup here.
Looks like Death by RP is just hurting for 11.
Hurting for 11?
That's what I said. I have no idea what I just said.
Are you sticking with it?
I'm sticking with it though.
Moving on.
I haven't had coffee yet. I think that's what's going on. I just rolled out of bed and started talking. What am I gonna do?
We are streaming from your house.
Is that where I'm at? I thought it was at some strange hotel room.
Yep. That's next.
Alright.
We're gonna be on the move.
Okay, it looks like Bounty Hunters taking over the middle and Southern Pyre.
Bounty Hunters are in blue, so that's Death by RP. Death by RP is in red. I think we have the colors backwards a little bit.
Oh, they did.
Yes, but that's okay. Because Bounty Hunters are working their way towards the bottom here, trying to take that over, but we do have a meteor cast on them, so I really don't think they're going to be able to hold that down. We'll go ahead and run towards the Southern Pyre here. So it looks like Death by RP went ahead and went to the Southern Pyre here, and they're doing a little bit of defending. Bounty Hunters look like they're going to get wiped pretty quickly here. Although, it does look like a couple of members of Death by RP are low on health, so it could be a pretty good trade.
I think it's a pretty even match.
Death by RP's has superior numbers at this point, and they do have the Pyre, so I think it's going to force Bounty Hunters to retreat out of this area and try and go for possibly the Central Pyre, which is where a large majority of their team is, so we'll go take a look at that.
Yeah, it looks like a manager battle's happening in the middle of Pyre. Now that Death by RP coming from the Southern Pyre to give backup for the Central, will they go for the Northern? That's the next question.
I think they're more interested in playing it safe at this point. They want to have the 2 pyres and then potentially go for BAMs. It seems to be the kind of style that they want to go with. They don't seem that aggressive. They seem very defensive, which is a very smart play, especially when you don't want to overextend. You could end up losing all of your pyres if you do that.
It's a solid strategy, that's for sure.
You'll see a lot of other teams will go for 3 caps, especially without the losers buff in these battlegrounds right now. Teams like we saw Man Up do and Overpower do earlier, they just went for all 3 pyres. They didn't worry about overextending at all.
All right, we'll follow the ballot. We'll follow the battle. We'll quit talking about coffee in my house.
Does look like Bounty Hunters took the middle pyre. Death by RP is trying to take it back, though, it seems. It's a pretty good fight in the middle, though.
Yeah, this is a really close battle. Good technique by both sides. Solid strategies.
Does look like Bounty Hunters is pushing Death by RP out of the center here and towards the Terralith, which has just spawned in the south as well. I believe Death by RP has already started this fight and they're already whittling him down. Terralith down to just 12%. It does look like Death by RP went ahead and took that Terralith, so that'll really help them after losing the central pyre, and if they can destroy the group of Bounty Hunters in the south here, they'll have a very good opportunity to go to the middle while Bounty Hunters are unprepared.
Looks like the middle pyre is open.
Death by RP did just do some sneaky beaver action, as I like to say.
That's your trademark term.
That's
right
the
now.
trademark term. I'm pretty sure it's scientific. But they went ahead and took the northern and central pyre.
Whoa, all 3 pyres owned by Death by RP.
Got a couple of stragglers of Bounty Hunters going towards the middle, trying to take the central pyre back. And we've got a few members of Death by RP in the north defending that pyre. Just pretty solid map control right now by Death by RP. Bounty Hunters are going to really need to regroup.
But you know, if you notice that their scores aren't that far off, so they'd still have a chance.
Absolutely, especially with the Naga that just spawned in the north. Somebody takes that Naga and the score, it can go in either way. If Death by RP gets the Naga, they're all of a sudden 1,000 points up, or Bounty Hunters pick it up, then
well,
it's
it looks like
again.
Death by RP was ready and waiting for the Naga to show up. 3 players are already right on it. 4 now.
It does look like Bounty Hunters are going towards the middle, trying to clear that up, but Death by RP had a couple of members there. We'll go check out what's going on with the Naga here. I'm guessing that there's going to be a handful of members of both teams that are going to try and sneak in here and get this kill. Death by RP picks that up, so they take a pretty strong lead, about 12,000 points, or 1,200 points up. Whoa.
2,400, my friend. Excellent maneuvering. Alright, looks like Bounty Hunters control the central pyre now. And Death by RP fighting for the top northern pyre.
It does look like Death by RP was too busy working on the Naga, and a member of Bounty Hunters just kind of snuck in there and took the northern pyre, but Death by RP went ahead and picked that back up real quick.
Yeah, they cleaned it up really fast. Solid map strategy, I gotta say.
That was a very intense duel for just a moment there in the middle between the Slayer and Warrior. But it looks like the Papori was able to take out that Kastanik.
Oh, Papori.
Oh, Papori.